Hi, it's Bob Pickett. We're visiting right now with Joe Nichols. I got the news the other day, Joe, that you're going to Broadway.
Yeah.
Now, I'm talking about New York City.
New York City, yeah. We're gonna, yeah. I'm used to playing Lower Broadway in Nashville, but yeah, we're gonna go up there and star in a listen to me. I'm gonna star in a Broadway play. We're gonna go up there and play the lead in the Pure Muntry Cusical.
The Pure, okay. Now, is this something that's been in the works for a while though? Pure Country is what he's trying to say.
Pure Country is what I'm trying to say. Musical.
Has this been something that you've been negotiating with for a while?
Yeah, we've been working on it for several months now, and just now got our deal finalized just a couple weeks ago. So now it's kind of public, and we can talk about it and everything like that. A lot of things have to happen for the show to actually come through. Sometimes shows don't actually ever even open, or they open really late or whatever. But as of right now, it looks really good that we'll be up there sometime the first of the year, actually opening the show. And
you're going to be the star. You're taking the George Strait part.
Taking the George Strait role, yeah. They changed his name from Dusty to Rusty, so that's the only change that I know of that's drastic.
Why did they change the name?
I don't know. Maybe they wanted to separate the musical from the movie, or maybe it was a copyright thing from Warner Brothers, but they never really gave a clear explanation of why it changed to Rusty. I know they updated the script quite a bit, because I guess Pure Country was 1992, that's 17 years ago, and they kind of updated a lot of it, so that's just one of the changes they made.
You know, one thing, I love the movie. It's a good family movie, and I'm sure you've seen the movie, but George never kissed the girl in that movie.
He never did.
Are you going to kiss the girl in the play?
I'm rooting for it. I'm kind of like, can we get a script change in there where we just have a little bit of a makeout scene and everything? My wife's not a big fan of that.
Well, now, same music, I guess, in the Pure Country soundtrack, or different?
Mostly new music. We're going to have the two biggest songs from the movie, Heartland and I Cross My Heart.
Right.
And the rest of it is pretty much going to be brand new stuff. You know, hopefully we'll pepper in some stuff that I'm working on and try to incorporate some of that stuff in there too.
So this could lead to a Broadway soundtrack for Pure Country too, probably.
Could. It very well could. Like I said, we have a lot of work to do with the writers of the show, the writers of the script, and the writers of the songs and everything. But yeah, it could. If it turns out well.
Will there be a horse on stage, like a Shetland or anything like that?
It'll probably be like one of those cardboard horses, and I'll come in and kind of like act like I'm galloping. I'm roping now. This is me roping.
It'll look like the one from Two. Now, have you talked to George Strait since this?
No, I haven't. Actually, haven't seen him yet. I don't know. You know, George. If I say, "Hey, man, we get any advice?" He might look at me like, "Broadway, huh?"
No, George wouldn't do that. You tell him, say, George, this time I am going to kiss the girl.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to make this right, man.
Now, it's been a busy year for you. Not only are you working on a brand new album, which is coming out in September, right?
Got a brand new album coming out sometime late September or early October. I don't think there's an actual release date on it yet, but we've been working on it really hard for, I guess, about 10 months now. We've been really spending a lot of time in the studio and got some really special stuff. We feel like we've got some really special moments caught on tape. So.
Well, you're also going to go to Iraq, though, later this year, too.
We got Iraq coming up. The first couple of weeks of June, we'll be over in Iraq doing, I think, like 4 or 5 shows. We've got a long ride over on a C-130 or some kind of cargo military plane and everything, which is going to be awesome. You know, I'm looking forward to the entire experience because I know that every time we play a military show at a military base or wherever, those people get amped up and they enjoy every single minute of the show we put on. And it's just it's such a cool atmosphere. And to go over there where these guys really have very little of home, you know, to kind of go over there and kind of say, hey, man, let's take a break and have some fun for a little while. I think it's really cool.
Well, I think it's nice that you're taking the time to visit our troops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Who's going to be on the tour with you over there?
It's just us.
Really?
Yeah, we're just going over ourselves and doing a few shows over there. Looking forward to it, too.
You going to grab a tank or anything like that and try to shoot down a few
I
buildings?
hope they're going to let me fire some stuff. I mean, there's an awful lot of abandoned buildings that just look like piles of rubble. You know, maybe they'll let me fire a tank or something.
You never know. So you've got the USO tour, you've got the new album, and you've also got Broadway. Anything else that you want to tell us about? You're just busy all the time.
Just busy. Man, we got a lot we're working on. The new single out there is called Believers, right. And that song, it killed me. The first time I heard it, the lyric was like, you know what? Right now, I mean, everybody kind of has got this fear or down in the dumps or depression. I mean, it's just everybody's needing something, you know, and needing to believe in something and have faith and everything. And for me, this song touched me. It really made me feel like that's exactly how my life has been. When I believed in something, when I've looked through where I'm at right now and said, man, this is tough times, but I am going to get there. By gosh, I am going to get there. You know, much like when I first started in Nashville. A lot of people don't know. I was told no 31 times. Rejected 31 times by record labels, by publishers, by anybody that I could play for. They were like, nah. But I said, no, I'm going. I'm still going to stay the course. I believe that I'm going to get there. And if I'm just not ready, I'm not ready. But I will get there in the end. And eventually found somebody that really dug what I did and said, man, I think we can put a record out on you. And I was like, man, all that paid off. All that just, I don't know if it was stubbornness or determination or what, but it paid off. And it always does. When people believe in something bigger than themselves and they have faith in something just a little further down the road, it usually works out just right. It always works out just right, I'll say that.
Well, we've heard stories about your song, The Impossible, about people listening to it and actually coming out of comas. There was something I read in the press about that. Yeah,
there was a guy very nice young man named Trey Howell in Odessa, Texas. His middle name was Billy, actually, and he had a horrible accident during a senior year, beginning of his senior year, and it broke his neck, and he severed a lot of things in his spinal cord, and he woke up paralyzed. And he said his family said he listened to that song daily, over and over and over, and chose to just bear down and learn how to walk again, learn how to get up and do things again. And he did much like the song said. You know, when it come time for him to graduate, which he did, you know, he stood up and took a step toward the podium, and that goes a long way. And that, for me, did mountains of good. Just like, really, if it's just that, if that's the only thing, I've done, I think, what I'm supposed to do. I mean, I've done that one thing which made me feel incredible. And this guy used that as inspiration to get up and walk again. I thought that was really a truly special kind of a thank you.
How about this other song that's on the CD called Saying Goodbye to an Old Friend?
Boy, this song is, you know, a lot of people know my history with a lot of different things. I think the politically correct term is, yeah, I've got my demons, and a lot of people have got their demons and their past and everything like that. I've had things that I've just had trouble putting down, and this song called An Old Friend of Mine is about making that hard choice to you know, of life over basically death, and choosing life because there's somebody there that really cares enough about you to fight you for you.
I take it you wrote that song, didn't you?
I didn't write it, actually. When I heard it, I bawled like a baby. I mean, I bawled. When I remember the first time I heard it, I just, it floored me. Like I said, I cried, and I said, I don't even know if I want to cut it. It meant that much to me. I don't want to do something that I'm going to turn into a record. Maybe it's just better that I just hear it. And, of course, thinking about it more and more, I'm like, man, maybe there's somebody just like me out there that goes, that is enough. That's enough. And just hearing that is enough to make me go, let me think about what I'm doing. Let me think about everything in my life. And if I need to make a change, I think I've got whatever it is to make it.
You see, it's what we call, it's one thing we love about country music. It's the power of music. It's also about real life. And that song will change people's life, which I think is good.
I think so. And, you know, and if anybody ever hears it, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it'll ever be played on the radio. I don't know. That's certainly not why I cut the song. Why I cut the song was that it's amazing therapy for me. What it did for me when I heard it, I hope it does for other people when they hear it.
Right.
And so, knowing that is good enough for me. You know, if people buy the album and they find that track on there, and it touches their life like it touches mine, then that's good enough.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, we look forward to the new album for the Broadway play, and also be safe in Iraq, too, and stay high for the troops for us.
Yeah, man, we'll do.
All right. Joe Nichols.